Hello everyone and welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey. In the last episode we started peeling away the barriers preventing us from accessing the racecourse here in the Snow Kingdom. This episode we will be continuing on from this, but I'm also aware that we are, to put it bluntly, dressed like a twat. So let's go in here and quickly spend some of our hard-earned purplums on this, on this kingdom's costume. And this gets us the snowsuit. Wonderful, this does actually also unlock something, but we'll get to that in a bit, and we'll also, as usual, just buy our 100 coin moon. Someone mentioned in the comments as well about gold coin stuff. I'm not going to show most of it off, because some of them require some serious coin grinding, like there's expensive shit in here. Every gold coin shop at any point in the game, in any kingdom, sells the same stuff, but basically... So the Black Fedora, for example, we unlock when we beat the Metro Kingdom. Every kingdom will then sell it after you have beaten the Metro Kingdom, and they kind of unlock at progression points like that. Some of them, especially the ones later in the game, are quite expensive. I'm unlikely to try and show them all off, because it'll just be me grinding coins for a very long time to show it off, just in case anyone was wondering about that. Right, we have got one more barrier left to go, because we've taken out 3 of them, and it's this one here. As he says, just one barrier left, and only one barrier to go. Everyone's telling me this, so we go straight here left. Now, we've actually been here for quite a while and haven't yet got a new capture in the Snow Kingdom, but we're about to get one here in the Windchill Cavern, because this thing here, knock its hat off and then to possess it. Or not. Man, I suck. There we go. So this is a Typhoo. You can move them around and you can hold Y to exhale. And you can blow stuff around, and this dungeon is going to teach us how to use them quite well. So these two here are blowing this staircase to and fro, so we know they can blow wooden bits around. And if we take control of this one, I like how they've all got a Santa hat as they come, we can blow that out of the way. There is something we can do with this, but I'll actually come to it in just a second. What we actually want to do is come over here and capture this Typhoo. This one is, unlike the others so far, not caged, and it can move around freely, which means we can grab 2 things. We can grab 3 of those, and also, we can blow this staircase back. And that is important, because now using the staircase back where it is, I didn't realise for quite some time that you could do this. Come up here, and we ground pound this, and get ourselves a secret moon. I thought you had to, like, half blow it with that one to our left there, which is possible, just really hard, and then you have to do some really pernickety platforming, but no, you could just use that dude to blow it back, and I was... really hoping that he wasn't going to disappear, but he did. Wonderful. Right, let's capture him again. And to actually finish up this place, what we have to do is kill all these Spinies. There's 2 ways of doing this. The Typhoo is the far easier way of doing this. You can also, if you hit them with Cappy, they will go back a little bit, and you can kind of knock them all off that way, but you'll probably take quite a lot of damage during that process. Not really worth it. Instead, nice straightforward way to grab our 4th Barrier Moon. With the Gusty Barrier done, let's head back to Shiveria. And now this gives us a new story moon, the Bound Bowl Grand Prix. And I will admit, this next moon is incredibly easy, but it is a lot of fun. So I'm willing to forgive it, especially because there is a hard version of it later on. Right, let's head back. Huzzah to the race course. Down we go. Oh, idiot. There we go. Down to the race course. So... here we are at the Shiverian racecourse, and we know that normally the prize is a frosted cake, which has been taken by Bowser and the Roodles. But if we talk to this guy, can't start without one more racer. Because yeah, you got a couple of coloured racers kind of ready to go. But if we talk to this guy, he says, one racer won't come out of the waiting room. What's taking so long? I'm sure you can already see where this is going, but hey, here we go. Oh, we can't take part in this race, I should add, because we're too pointy. You gotta be small and or round in order to take part of this. First off, let's come over here and smash through some of the snow and grab ourselves 3 very easy to miss purplums out there. But our real business is here. This guy who is not happy to compete. Race? I don't want to. The other races are too serious. I don't stand a chance. If someone else wanted to race, they would be welcome to take my place. Oh, we're going to take more than that. This is when this game gets really disturbing. Fortunately, he's naked. I wish I didn't have to say that phrase, but there we go. Fortunately, he's not dressed like the other ones, which means... there we go. So we can take over a Shiverian, and these guys control quite amusingly. They roll around, and then the thing they can do is bound, which is jump. As you might be able to see, probably not in such a small area. If you jump or bound exactly when you hit the ground, you gain a speed boost. This is going to become important quite quickly. There you go, you see me go like that, that kind of breep breep. That's going to be important. Let's speak to the Shiverian Elder here and start the race. Finally, now we can start the race. Like a sweet shades. Our Frostfrotter Cake was stolen, so the prize will be a multi-moon. Are you ready to race now? Yes, I am. Let's roll. It's been a while since we had a race, so I'll start with some training. This is very handy. So, this is what I was talking about. This is actually the course we will be racing on, and the trick is just, if you press A exactly when you land, you will bounce perfectly and get a little speed boost. And it's all about plotting everything in straight lines and not having to turn, and instead just going as directly onwards as you can. Wonderful, that's a lap. Let's do the full race. Welcome to the Mound Bowl Grand Prix Snowline Circuit, Class A. So I think there's 7 of us in total, but as I say, this is really easy. You've got to do 3 laps, and I'm not going to say it's impossible to lose this, because then I'll make a twat of myself and lose, I've no doubt, but it's straightforward, certainly. I mean, I know we're not in the front here, but they fall behind so quickly. And, oh, I've cocked it up, damn it. See, this is why I was like, it's not impossible, because I knew I'd make a Johnny of myself. Like, let's not bound on that one. The trick is, yeah, like, sometimes if you hit some of those slopes badly, you'll go up there instead of across, and going up is obviously not ideal. You want to have as much lateral momentum as possible, and then it's just about timing your bounds to cut out as many corners as possible. Here we kind of want to go to the left, there we go, and then we can cut that out entirely. There we go, bounce up there, avoid that. Oh, I didn't time that brilliantly. Oh, shit. Obviously, yeah, that one right at the end there is that like wooden bit is a real bugger, because it's really easy to hit that one like straight on, at which point you will go vertically upwards, which is not good. But I built up such a lead at this point, I suspect I'm going to be difficult to catch. Unsinkable, some would call me, which is a hell of a thing to say while surrounded by icebergs, but there we go. But yes, got it, just want to get up this one. Wonderful. I have no idea if you actually have to beat them or whether it's basically just time-based. I don't know how it actually behaves, but there we go, we quite easily won. What a race, you are like a supersonic snowman. Snowman, I meant to go for. Supersonic snowman, we'll stick with that, I suppose. Your prize is a multi-moon. And that gets us the Bound Bowl Grand Prix and unlocks world peace for the Snow Kingdom, which makes quite a difference. Let's have a look. So world peace on the Snow Kingdom deals with the blizzard outside. The sun's out. It's still cold though. And there's quite a lot we can do outside. So let's start by not doing it and head back into Shiveria town. So this time, over to the left of the shop here, we have this guy. And he says, "What is our racing uniform? The only uniform that counts. Nothing but undies." Hey, Moustache Man, do you have the grit to brave the cold wearing just undies? I'm guessing no. Yeah, I suppose the guy we possessed was just in his underwear, which is slightly disturbing, and actually quite disturbing. But do we have the courage to brace the cold in just underwear, you say? Let's buy these boxer shorts for 1,000 coins and head out. Just thought I'd add the captain's hat for, I don't know what. I was going to say style. Nothing about this is style, but it's entertaining to me. That's what matters. It's like a stripper or something. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we talk to this guy. What is our racing uniform? Blah, 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 blah. Wow, only a serious tough guy would brave this cold in nothing but undies. You're a real beast. Please take this. And he gives us, for basically 1,000 coins, I'm not cold. Wonderful. We actually do need to change our clothes back now, because there is something that's unlocked by the snowsuit. So let's change back into the snowsuit. Then back out here, we have technically seen this a little bit earlier, is if we climb up this pole, you will see behind us here is a locked door. And like in, I think basically every kingdom has them. If we talk to this guy, you cannot enter unless you are properly dressed for extreme cold weather, like with a fluffy hood and warm boots. You look ready for the snow. Glad you know what you're doing. Go on in. Wonderful. So So this bit's quite cool. We've got a retro wall entirely surrounding the area, and this is quite a cool little retro platforming section because it's, I think, get out of the wall, man. Stupid ice physics. I hate them so. I think this might be our first time seeing mini moons in the past. But here they are. And this is just a normal mini moon section. There's hello. Nothing special to it. Except there is something special because it's a secret area, and we all know what that means. I'm gonna wait for these dudes to pass. Ice physics! I do enjoy as well, like, that literally every one of Mario's costumes and combinations thereof do render properly. When you're in the 2D areas, which is quite cool. Right, let's set that bouncing. And that's going to go and do a genocide around the edges. While it's doing so, we will grab a mini moon here, and then, note above us, there's a weird little kind of gap in the ceiling. We can get up to that using invisible blocks, because this is a secret area, and secret areas mean if we do a sweet jump there, we get ourselves slipped behind the ice. Wonderful. Now we've cleared out all the... When did I get a special heart? I don't even remember getting that. When we've cleared out all the spinies with that Koopa shell, then that means we can grab the final mini moon, do a sweet slide under here, which didn't get me as far as I wanted. Let's move quickly before that Koopa shell catches me up. I'm assuming it's still in orbit. Yes, it absolutely is. Cool. With that, let's grab that. And it's now actually time to head outside. So let's head to the entrance to Shiveria Town. So, there's a fair few multi-moons kicking around here. I probably won't actually get all 5 of them until later, but for now I will just gather a couple as I am around. So, let's grab this one. And then we've got up here is a frozen seed. There's music out here, but there's not much of it. It's a slightly odd one. Let's grab that. And we want to basically take this back towards the Odyssey, which is up there, in that kind of direction at least. Oh, cold water, cold water, cold water. Get out, man. There we go. I think, yeah, basically everything out here is pretty much locked in the blizzard. Hence why almost everything we can do post-World Peace is outside. There are a few more things I think we can do in the town, but not a lot. Up here, get up there we go. We can... I really thought I'd chuck that off the cliff there. We can grow this plant. Professional as ever. We can grow this plant, and we can actually just ride the top of it straight up to above the clouds. Shout out to My Wario Land 3 Let's Play. If you haven't watched that, it's a good one. It's one of the ones I'm almost considering returning to as like an inter-project project and just having just doing that game again. Not necessarily, oh, shit ass. Ugh, balls. Really? The plant's not there this time? Oh. That was some really cool movement there, actually. Like, I did the bounce off Cappy and then did the flip again. Very cool. Right, let's head back up to where we were. Yeah, it was doing Mario Sunshine again on the kind of like the remastered version, and then doing the like randomized version of Wind Waker that made me think there's very much scope for when I'm planning larger projects and need to have some like time to kill in between them. Doing some of like my favourites again is breathing. Some Wario Land 3 is very much on the list because that like, I mean, to 100% that game took me like 12 episodes. Right, let's see if I can do some cool shit. Oh, yes, maybe. That's a strong maybe. The issue is I need to be spinning here to actually successfully go forward. Let's wait for this to come back to the left. I actually recovered that surprisingly well. Look at that. What a professional I am. Right, let's grab some of these coins. And then we have this one which sends us right into the ceiling. Not ceiling, we're above the clouds, but what we actually want to do here is, there you go, head. I think I actually want to get a little bit higher there. We want to head backwards. Am I not high enough? There we go. We want to head backwards to this one because here is this secret area's secret moon. High altitude spinning, wonderful. With that, let's spin the camera around, and you can see we now have a long descent down to our second moon of the secret area. Good one, that doesn't make any sense. Good chance to gather a fair few coins here and start, you know, getting rid of that boxer short debt we've accrued this episode. This gets us our second moon up here, spinning above the clouds, and we're done. Right, let's go and gather another multi-moon, I think. So let's grab this one here. And then, I think, is it over here? There it is. Is it? We'll have to find out. Is it over here I wanted to go? My notes are unclear at this point. They just say scarecrow behind and an arrow. There's a scarecrow, that's a door. Is this the right one? Well, we've got a checkpoint there, which is pretty cool. Ah, no, there's the scarecrow behind. I know exactly what this is. I really should have, given myself a direction. Like, this is one of the things I really like about this game. You got a compass in the top right. Not only does it show where the Mario's pointing, it shows where the camera's pointing. That's the Let's Player's dream, quite frankly. As long as I fucking use the directions from it. If I don't, then, well, there we go. So, this is the freezing water, it's called. And this is an interesting one, because this is a... Like you had the old floodless bonus stages in Mario Sunshine, this is a Cappy-less bonus stage. Fortunately, it kind of doesn't matter too much that you're Cappy-less. It's not like it throws you stuff where it would be immensely useful to have Cappy. Anyway, what you have to be aware of, as I said, it's called the freezing water. Note that stuff coming in from the corner, that's static. Genuinely, I think like TV static is a wonderful way of displaying like the feeling of being in cold water, and it does that quite well. The more it builds in, the more damage you then kind of start taking. What we want to do is come up here, and then... it's up to his bit, yeah. Right, let's kill these Goombas, because obviously we can do nothing with them without Cappy anyway. Oh dear god, the stack of 3 is almost immortal to us. This looks important, but wasn't. There we go. Look at this game, still able to fuck with me after all these years. Eventually we will want to go below ourselves here, but we actually want to ride this up and grab ourselves the secret moon, which is just over here. I'm still holding on to this like heart container. I have no idea where I really got it from, which is quite cool. Can I make this jump back over to the right without Cappy? Yeah, I can still do that dive and kind of slides maneuver. Oh, there we go, like that. Can still do that without Cappy. It's just I can't do the thing where I bounce off Cappy, but that's not always necessary. There's our actual real one. Let's head outside. Now back here, obviously, we've got Cappy back. If we follow along here, then there is a third multi-moon over here. It's going to, as I say, they're all around the place. I want to just gather them as I explored rather than grab them all at first. Let's start with this scarecrow. And this gives us another timer challenge. This one's nice and straightforward. It's just, have you learnt how to climb a pole? Apparently not in my case. If you shake... This is going to be annoyingly close. Oop! Oop! Ah! Yeah, it wants me to... Well, first off, not cock up getting over there, and secondly, perhaps use the Joy-Con shaking. Where are my Joy-Cons? Are they actually attached to the Switch? Shit. Switch is miles away. There we go. You can get it without the Joy-Cons. Wonderful. Right, let's head into the water. This water is ice cold to us. It's not ice cold, however, to a Cheep Cheep. And yes, that is the visualizer, because yes, Snow Kingdom Cheep Cheep apparently counts as different to a Lake Kingdom Cheep Cheep. So cross that off the list, I suppose. We actually don't want to do anything in the water for now. Our real business is with this bunny. He's an irritating one. And come on. Whoop. This is going to be irritating, isn't it? You little shit, get back here. Oh, don't taunt me, you little fuck. Right, there we go. See who's good now! There we go. Okay, that was a little bit aggressive, but there we go. Right, I was just talking about not knowing where my Joy-Cons are, and I'm going to have to find them in a second, because, as you can see, there is a Lakitu down here, which means, in order for fishing, we need Joy-Cons. I think they're attached to the actual Switch itself. Where is that? Oh, it's down here. Yep, they're here. Wonderful. Ah. Yeah, since the last recording, I've been travelling with the Switch, so the Joy-Cons were still attached to it. Yeah, I've been on a plane for the first time in like 2 years. That was a very different experience. Though in fairness, so we were just flying over to Ireland, and we did, all of the COVID stuff, passenger locator forms, vaccine certificates, all of that. Was any of it even remotely checked by anyone at any point? Absolutely not. Perhaps it helped that we were... Oh, shit, too fast. We were travelling with an elderly relative, so we got, special assistants to the whole airport, where they basically meet you at the moment you come into the airport, meet you there, give you a wheelchair, and we got to take, the lift onto the back of the plane, which is all very exciting. And so at no point did anyone, other than, obviously we did security, because you basically have to do that. But like bags were never checked or something like that. It was all kind of handy in a lot of ways, except obviously offset by the stress of traveling with an 87-year-old woman. 86, 85, old enough to make traveling a real kind of like, oh, is this going to be her last journey? I should add, it didn't. She survived the journey to Ireland and back again, and we're all very happy. Just felt I had to clarify that. Right, what we want to do now, we finished that, is I think we want to head over here. Now, I actually I do want to get over to that checkpoint I got to earlier on that island just in front of us. Wonderful. There is a door there, but we're not going to use it. We're actually going to go to... There is a scarecrow up here to the southeast. And, oh yay, it's my favourite. It's timer challenges with ice physics. Oh! I may have cocked this up. No, I should be fine. I tried to do like a Cappy jump and realised I don't have Cappy, and the game knows that, doesn't it? Clever little bastard. Right, let's finish up, I think, with, if we warp over to the Odyssey, then there is, over here, there is a Typhoo, and Typhoos have a very interesting thing we haven't seen yet. If we possess this one, and yes, when you possess them, their eyes go from yellow to blue. Very strange. Typhoos stay the level they're at. So this one will just hover here, which is quite cool. And so we can use this to just get over here. And you'll notice there is a wooden platform here. A wooden platform with an icy bottom very much means that we can throw it around. And we want to get this over here. We do actually need to do this. Even though it looks like this is useless to us, it's not. Because if we get it into the right position and then quickly hop out of our host, we appear up here. And there's a painting, which takes us somewhere we'll recognise. And here we are, high above the Cascade Kingdom. We get the island in the sky. In some cases, when you're moving between a lot of kingdoms, you'll notice all of these painting bits have all of the receive agains have a checkpoint next to them. So you can sometimes actually use it to get quickly between kingdoms rather than doing the whole Odyssey where you have to go through like 3 cutscenes of like taking off, flying, and then landing again. Here I am complaining about flights once again. It's circled back very quickly. Let's grab this. Another moon in the Cascade Kingdom, the secret path to Fossil Falls. I always forget, it's the painting ones are the Home Kingdom's moon, but found with hint art are not the Home Kingdom's moon. They're like the Sending Kingdom's moon. Very strange. But I think we'll hold it there. It's a little warm, but that is okay. Next episode, we will be back in the Snow Kingdom. We are going to finish off everything in the Snow Kingdom, hopefully next episode. Then we're going to move on to what is probably my favourite kingdom, the Luncheon Kingdom, the Seaside Kingdom. I say the Luncheon Kingdom because, so basically the next 3 actually, are my 3 favourite. I think I prefer the Seaside Kingdom, but the Luncheon Kingdom and the one that follows that are really good as well. So I'm very excited for those ones. Like it's where the game... The beginning, like, don't get me wrong, this game is really well paced all in all, but boy does it really take off when you get to kind of the later half of the game. But the Seaside Kingdom is just wonderful. It's Mario Sunshine, so of course I fucking love it, because I'm a very predictable old man at this point. Hope you'll join me next time for that. Thank you very much, and good day.